Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. The New England Patriots versus Aaron Rodgers and the Chicago Bears.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
First carry now for David Montgomery. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Read option, here's Montgomery. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. 20. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one,
it is taken in by Cooks for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully...
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Read option. Here's Montgomery. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Caught by Montgomery. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
The Patriots at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Throwing, Jones. Cooks on the quick slant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 8 catches, 115 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Patrick Owasor. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the give, this is Harris. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Operating from the gun, Jones completes this one to Thornton. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
So on fourth down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Rodgers going to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The numbers for Mooney in last week's ball game: 6 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And again back to Kmet. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Read option. Here's Montgomery. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanking the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Now Jones on 1st down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Jones now on 1st and 10.
Got his man. It's Thornton. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Folks' kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover Blake did on the last one.
From the 27, Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away. And he's throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They hand this off to Harris, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris from 13 yards out. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a
leap, and he will make the catch. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And again, it's Rodgers. He'll find Harry on the right side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown, Bears! Nick
N'Keal Harry, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this one's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers, and he finds Montgomery, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Here's Rodgers. Got a man open. That's Harry. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Santos' kick is up and through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Running back Damian Harris and the Patriots ready to go on their next drive here.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
That's complete right side to Kmet. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
N'Keal Harry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Santos with the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was all finished off on the touchdown catch by N'Keal Harry. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Patriots take it over to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here's the rookie 4th-round pick, Pierre Strong. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jones on 3rd down. He gets it to Cooks. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. But, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. They find some open field here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that is incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Patriots to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the delay, here's Harris.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
They'll run out of the gun here with Strong. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Running left, Montgomery. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. That's caught by Montgomery. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Santos' kick is up and through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And now out come the Patriots.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Now Jones on first down. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. New England on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Griffin. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Back to throw. Rodgers.
A full left side taken in by Kmet.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers again now.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete.
Now it's Rodgers. Caught here by Griffin.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On first down, Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers to throw once more. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Extra point up and good by Colt, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for New England, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Chicago, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank